Hello everybody. I want you to meet the newest addition to my reborn family. I finally finished Benjamin. So without further ado, here is Benjamin. He is my first African American baby that I have done for my reborn collection. And you get a little bit of red bottoms on his feet, and his hands have a little bit more red coloring in them. And he's wide awake, but he's got these very interesting, his eyes are an amber color, and it's very light. I couldn't find a dark brown in my eyes that I had the right size for Benjamin, so he got amber colored dragon eyes instead of people eyes. And his hair, he's got a very short cropped fro. It's about 1.5 inches long. After I got it all trimmed up, nice and full and short. And I got to get a fro pick to do his hair up. Now I've got him in one of the onesies I got for him, one of the 3 that I got for him that are from the holiday stuff. And it's a Kidget is the brand, and this is a 12 to 18 week size, so basically a newborn size onesie. But as you can tell, it kind of swallows him up, because he is able to wear either newborn or preemie sized clothes, and I have been having a lot of problems finding preemie sized clothes. So I'm going to check and see if he can wear either of the outfits that I got for my little Blinken boy baby. And it was quite a lot of work went into him, because I had to redo the arms and legs at one point, because the color just wasn't right. It just was not coming out right. But you see, all the veins and the soft spot on his forehead just showed up so well when I was doing the modeling and the painting of him, because and it was just a happy accident, but they're there and I didn't have to trace it out. So I was really happy about that. I didn't have to trace it out with a detail brush. But he's so precious. I weighed him, and he weighs in at 3.5 pounds. He is the Phineas Awake Sculpt Kit by Bountiful Babies. And I love him. He's got just such an angry, impatient expression in his face. I think he's hungry, so let him have a little bit of puff. He also has a magnet in his chin, or right here behind his lips, so that he takes a pacifier, magnetic pacifier. So, what do you think? Isn't he just the most precious little baby boy? And so this is May 30th that he was reborn and put together. I signed him on the back just in case one of these days I decide I want to pass him on to somebody else. And he will have his certificate of authenticity that I've got to fill it out now, his little birth certificate of authenticity that came with him. So he's going to have that. And I'm so excited about this baby. It took me so long to get the coloring right, and this is the very first African American baby reborn that I have done. And his father, because this is in memory of a child I lost, his father was half Cherokee and half African American. So he is a mixed race baby as well. And this is my little baby that I did also in honor of the Black Lives Matter movement, and that's why he's so angry. He wants the world to know that every life matters, and Black lives do matter, not more than white lives, not more than Native American lives, not more than Asian lives, but just as much. And so that's why the expression on his face was what captured me when I was looking at the kits on Bountiful Baby. The expression just shouted out to me, he's going to be your Black Lives baby. And also the thing that makes it so important to me that he was finished today marks the 100-year anniversary for the Tulsa Greenwood District race massacre, when over 300 people lost their lives, and the entire neighborhood and all the businesses on Greenwood were bombed and burnt to the ground, and the people were driven out that survived. And it took years and years and years for them to rebuild. And we actually do have a few survivors from that incident, and they did speak before Congress. 3 of them went to Washington, D.C. and spoke before Congress about what had happened. And they were also featured on a special that was done by Channel 6 News here in Tulsa to talk about what it was like. And we got to see in a special the new museum that is being built in Greenwood, at Pine and Greenwood, which commemorates the race riot and tells the full history of what had happened and how it happened. So, he's a very special baby. Very, very special baby. I love him. And Robert Stephen is so excited that his little brother is finally here. So now, Benjamin, Alana Michelle, and Robert Stephen are all finally here. They're the last 3 of the children that I lost through miscarriage and stillbirth. Robert Stephen was a stillborn, and Benjamin was lost when I was like 3.5 months pregnant with him. He was so small. I mean, you could see the heartbeat as he died. And in my hand, I was running some errands and it was so hot that day, I almost went into a heat stroke. And I went to the bathroom, and while I was in the bathroom, I lost Benjamin. And I held his fetus in my hand, and I watched him die. So, to be able to have him in this doll form like I do Robert Stephen and Alana Michelle. It's so important to me, so special to me. And my babies, my reborn babies, for the most part, are a shrine to people in my family that I've lost. Tink is my older sister who died the day she was born. So I never got to meet her, I never got to know her, but Tink is in honor of her. And her name was Tinker because she was born at Tinker Air Force Base. Then I'm going to do one for my sister Lily. And which will be an Ashley Asleep. And I showed you that one here a while back when I got the kit. And then I may do one for my mom and my dad. So, you know, I've already got the one for my nephew that I'll never get a chance to meet. I don't understand, you know, his father and I, my brother, we're talking again after 40 years, but he keeps telling me he does not want my sister-in-law Charlie and my nephew, who's not so little anymore, he's 21, Jay Henderson III, to know me. He doesn't want me talking to them. He doesn't want me having anything to do with them. And so when I go to the funeral for my mom, I'm going to have to be there, sit very quietly and not say a word to anyone, and then leave as quickly as I came so that I do not cause any disruption. Mama's really in bad shape. I'm going to go up to Claremore on Wednesday to see her and have a chance to say goodbye in person before she dies. And I really don't expect her to live too much longer than that. I think she's holding on just so that I can go up there and see her. And I think once she has seen me, then the next phone call I get will be one telling me that she has died. So anyway, I hope everybody has had a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. Remember that Memorial Day is in honor of all the soldiers that were lost in any war, that lost their lives in any war. And I always, on Memorial Day, remember all the civilians whose lives were lost in those wars, too. I'm starting to blather on, so if it's your first time here, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. And oh yes, if you came by and saw my video, please leave a message in the comments below so I know you came by. My email, my mailing address, and my Patreon page are all in the description below. Y'all have a really good week. I'm looking forward to sharing the next work in progress with you later on this week. Bye-bye.